All right, thanks for pressing play on this video. Today we're talking about what should be in your daily routine, and you do need a daily routine. I have really good news for you today. Every challenge that you've had so far, especially the common challenges like endurance, range, flexibility, the common ones, all of those issues can be solved with a daily routine. Now, I want to tell you, this is really the narrow road here. A lot of people tend to not do this because it's boring. But please, let me tell you, this is exactly what you need to do to reach your goals and to sound your best. So I'm going to tell you what you need to do in your daily routine. It's really four things: lone tones, lip slurs, some type of technical study, and reading. Why do we need to do lone tones? First of all, we need to sound good. That's the first thing. Also, your sound is your unique identifier. Your sound is what sets you apart from every other trumpet player. So you're going to want to spend some time on developing your sound, no matter what level you're at. Now, when you're practicing your long tones, I really want to encourage you, first of all, to play dynamics when you're practicing your long tones. Whether you're practicing soft, soft, or loud to soft, or soft to loud, just make sure you're practicing dynamics, because after all, that is the musical thing. We do all of this so that we can play music. Now, what you're going to discover is everything we do in our daily routine is building the building blocks of playing the trumpet. So with long tones, it's just us sitting down with the trumpet, learning how to guide our air. There's nothing else to coordinate. It's just the air. And when we do the dynamics, we are learning how to control the speed of our air. This is very important because this is how we play music. Now, the next thing you want to do, maybe not in this order, but for our purposes on this video, you want to practice some type of flexibility exercises. Now, I talk about slurs and flexibility on this channel frequently. I want to draw this to your attention. There are different types of flexibility. So we can play lip slurs. That's one type of flexibility. We can play lip bends. That's a separate type of flexibility. You want to be able to do both. Now, when we practice flexibility, we are beginning to introduce the tongue to our playing. Now, maybe you didn't realize this, but adjustments in the tongue are the key to flexibility. If you're playing slurs or bends, regardless, the adjustment of the tongue is the key to being successful in playing flexibility. So when we're doing our slurs, we can think about these things. This is what we focus on. Now, all the while, it's important to keep the measurement tools going, keep the metronome on. A lot of people, I see too often, they just totally ignore the metronome. So if you're ignoring the metronome, what that's telling me is, when I listen to you play, is that you don't really have control. You move on the slur when you can. It's not on purpose yet. It's accidental. So the metronome keeps you honest. It gives you something to strive for. Oh, I need to move right on time with this click. All right. So play with the metronome. Always play with the metronome. It's nothing just to turn that on. All right. Next, you want to practice technical studies of some type. All right. This is where the Clark studies are the most common thing for the trumpet player. Now we're introducing the fingers to the whole part of playing the trumpet. So we started with the long tones. That was only the air. And then we added the slurs. That's air and tongue. And every time we add something, we're just doing that. We're adding. We're not ever taking anything away. So the technical studies introduced the fingers. So now we need to coordinate fingers with the tongue, with the air. So the better you become at playing these exercises, that just means that you are beginning to become a master at coordinating air, tongue, and fingers. Now, I want to pause right here and remind you, always take your time and go from a slow tempo and gradually work your way up to a fast tempo. Gradually, guys, just simply means, it's unique to the individual. Don't get caught up in what other people are doing, but measure your progress and make sure that you are growing diligently. All right, finally, I want to tell you, you need to read every day. Read new music every day. Again, we have a daily routine so that in real life musical situation, we'll be at home, we'll be comfortable. So read new music every day. Now, you don't need to read a full 7-minute piece every day, but you do need to read a few measures. Now, here's the trick. The trick in all of this is to maintain your focus. It's an intense focus in whatever you're doing. You don't want to play long tones with the television on, for example. You should think about the sound you're producing. Your sound, again, I said it already, your sound is what identifies you. Your sound is unique. It's what makes you unique, all right? This is how I know you from every other player in history. It's from your sound. So don't do your long tones with the TV on, okay? Please don't do that. All right, think about your sound. And just the same when you're playing lip slurs, think about your tongue movement. This is what we think about in practice. So when we are performing, it's just habit. We don't think about it at all. Now, there are a couple more things I want to add here. For me personally, I buzz. So I add that at the beginning of my routine. It's generally before or after my long tones, one or the other. And the reason why I say one or the other is because I have variations of my routine. Now, what I did not talk about today is playing music or actually practicing music. I consider that something separate, and I will do that in a totally separate part of the day. Hey, real quick, I want to invite you to join the email list. I put a link in the description below, and there are 3 things that you'll get for signing up. The first thing is you'll have direct communication with me. You'll be able to write me emails when you need to, and I actually respond to people who write me emails. Secondly, you will receive a series of free lessons right into your inbox. And third, you'll be a part of the Trumpet Lessons HQ community. We do challenges and we do them together. So I hope you go ahead and sign up. It'll be great to have you as part of the community. I want to take the time real quick to talk about method books. Now, there are a lot of great books out there that you can use. Take your pick. I really don't believe that it's necessary to use every book out there because they are just variations on the same thing. That's why I think the Arbin method is considered the Bible, because it has everything in that one book. So that's one option for you. Clark is another option for you. I personally prefer the Earl Irons studies for flexibility. They're very simple. The main thing is that you get your technique correct and you take your time in playing the exercises correctly. That's really all that matters. And as you get better, you go from a slow tempo with your metronome and you increase the tempo no matter what you're doing. And you'll reach your goals faster that way by taking your time. Hey, it's the classic tortoise in the hare here. Thanks for pressing play on this video. I'm glad to have you here today. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell notifications so that you get all the teaching that's coming your way. And I'll see you the next time. God bless you. Write your questions in the comments.